Well, good day, everybody. Welcome to our webinar today. So, just to set the context here, we are going to talk about the future of retail as an industry, the economic influences and consumer trends which are shaping the industry. Just to give you some perspective about where we are right now in this industry, our retail industry is at the cusp of a significant disruption-led transformation influenced by various macroeconomic shifts and also changing and evolving consumer preferences. So, today, our retail industry is set to grow at a CAGR of 9% over the 10-year period from 2019 till 2030. So 2019, which is the pre-COVID number. So the retail industry is at the cusp of a significant transformation, which is led by disruption. Uh, just to give you some perspective on the numbers, our retail industry is slated to grow at 9% CAGR over the 10-year period from 2019 to 2030. If you look at 2019, which was the pre-COVID number, the industry was worth $779 billion, and it's projected to touch about $1.4 trillion by 2026 and come close to $2 trillion by 2030. The Indian retail industry is indeed undergoing a rapid transformation driven by factors such as increasing urbanization, rising disposable incomes both in urban and rural areas, and also, of course, the growth of e-commerce and increased penetration of data on the back of which this is riding. Economic pressures such as inflation was there over the last 2 years, ever since the outbreak of the war between Russia and Ukraine. Commodity prices went up, but now it's been moderating over the last couple of quarters at least. Supply chain disruptions were also there, and labor shortages are compelling retailers to innovate and adapt. Now, a recent survey by Deloitte reveals that over 70% of retailers have revamped their supply chain strategies to address rising costs and ensure product availability. Moreover, sustainability is becoming a crucial consideration as well, with nearly two-thirds of consumers willing to pay a premium for environmentally friendly products. So there is a slew of, for example, organic products which have entered the market, and of course they are priced at a premium, but customers, maybe not all, but there is a sliver of premiumization that's happening with a set of customers. In the future of retail, digital and physical channels will complement each other seamlessly. Again, just to give some perspective here, even in a very mature market like the US, uh, the percentage of retail transactions that happen online is just 20. And in India, of course, it's much smaller than that. But will it really cross even 20? We don't know. But even if it does, there is absolutely an ecosystem in the future where both digital and offline will coexist, and they have to. They will complement each other seamlessly in multiple ways that we may not be able to visualize right now. So tech will evolve and elevate the physical shopping experience, making it more convenient and engaging to elevate the overall customer experience. Um, Whereas if you look at the blend of this with digital, the idea is to create a multi-sensory, immersive, adaptive shopping environment. Now, retailers will transition from merely selling products to truly serving customers. So essentially, products will become more of services, right? In many ways, because the experience is the service. A lot of products today are not just selling features or benefits; they are actually selling lifestyles and experiences as it is, and that could become the norm. So yeah, I mean, plethora of the changes could be on the table. Having said all this, we are excited to host today's webinar. Coming back, we have two fantastic panelists with us. To start with, we have Puneet Jain, uh, who is the head of L&D in N Moms Pvt.Ltd. He's working for the skill enhancement of an individual for the last 6 years, sales training, content development, sales development, etc. We also have Abhishek Kadyan, who's the co-founder of UK Lifestyle. He's a management professional from NITI Mumbai and engineering graduate from NSIT Delhi, having experience in the healthcare industry. He's an ambitious and committed individual with excellent people management skills and strong analytical decision making, problem solving, and organizational capabilities. So, welcome both Puneet and Abhishek. Hope you are having a good day.
Yes, thank you, Bala. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
All right, so we'll get this started. To begin with, so Puneet, I'll start with you. What strategies do you think retailers can adopt to mitigate economic volatility, which we are seeing over the last 4 or 5 years for various reasons, and how
Yes.
will they be able to maintain steady growth?
So, Bala, as you rightly said, that retail market is growing, and as far as the market share is concerned, so it's all about near about 10% of the GDP which retail is contributing, and we are expecting down the line for next 3 4 years this would be increased by 12 to 13% maybe. So it's a very big contribution from the retail when it comes to nation. So that is point number one. So market share is near about 10%. So this is point number one. And let me answer your question. So in retail, and a retailer need to focus on 4 or 5 things to avoid this economic crunch in the business. So first point is they have to understand and ensure that they are not playing completely 100% on market this finance. So this is one of the key point which is my learning, that 100% this market contribution should not be there. So this is point number one. Just a second. Okay, so this is point number one. And second, in retail, majority of the organizations are struggling with the high expenses or the rentals maybe. So expenses can't be reduced. Only the option we have to increase the sales only, right? So involvement is something where retailers and the vendors or maybe the new companies they are struggling. So involvement is something which is very critical. So organizations are giving the franchises, and there are people, individuals, those who are coming into the retail sector, but the self involvement is not there. So this is very critical. And I always believe in a reflection, realization, review, and a reaction. So this is what my strategy is, that I need to reflect that what is going wrong in my business, what is going right in my business, that I need to realize and I need to react to also, right? So what I should stop, what I should continue, and what I should start. So stop, start, continue. This is what the policy of mine. So I think reflection is very important. Realization is very important. Self-investment, self-involvement is very important. And organization must review the damage part. So let's assume I'm having more than 150 stores across India. So continuously I have to review that where I'm getting the dent. So there are 10, 15 store maybe where I'm not making the money. And in future also I'll not be making the money, and but the expenses are huge, right? So we need to take decision on time. So that is very critical. So we should not wait for the right time. We should review properly. We should compare the market, and we should take decision. So this is what my submission for your question. Well,
Fair. Thanks so much, Puneet, for that. So, Abhishek, same question. What do you think could be the strategies that retailers can adopt? Firstly, to manage a world which is, increasingly VUCA, and how do they sustain certain degree of success?
Right, right. So I agree to what Mr. Puneet said. So basically, it's a volatile world, and we know that all the companies are facing the challenges of this volatility. Now, a few pillars I think which we need to focus on, and we need to adopt and maintain. Rather, I think first of it would be maintaining a agile supply chain practices and also agile pricing strategies. Nowadays, basically, the supply chain as a whole, like in every organization, you will see that after COVID and after the up and down in growth and with market closure, globalization, and then localization, all these policies and changes have led to a thought process that now companies should go for more agile supply chains. First of all, to meet these volatile situations, which can be anything. Secondly, also we need to focus on agile pricing strategies. Like companies have started using some dynamic pricing models which are adjusted to demand, market, and to remain competitive. So these are a few agile practices I think that every company is now focusing on and should be following. Then we come to the point which I think has already gained a lot of traction over the past decade, which is data-driven decisions. Everything that we do is now being captured through the point of sale data and online sales. Everything is being captured through, and we have lots and lots of data. So all the decisions that we make should leverage these analytics, and we should understand the customer behavior, preferences, and what market trends are, so that when these changes start to appear, we are ready. And if not, we can take the right steps in the right direction. And apart from it, I think nowadays also, which is important, is engaging the customer experience. Now you would see overall customers acquisition strategy, customer experience strategies are changing. Big brands, be it like footwear top brands or other clothing brands, which are your premium brands and others, they are adopting strategies which focus on customer experience. So I think that is very important. Even if the market is volatile and changes are happening, competition is growing, still, if you can retain that customer and customer retention would have the key pillar as customer experience, I think it would be great, so that we can maybe have loyalty programs, we can have in-store experiences, we can merge physical and digital and then make a better offering for a customer. So all these strategies combined, I think, and then adopting sustainable practices, which is definitely a big thing in future. I think these all combined will help companies go ahead and basically go through these volatile situations.
Got it. Perfect. So the next question is, I'll break it down into two parts, right? There's the rise of e-commerce over the last 15 years in India, at least, and it's just taking different shapes and forms. Now it's the quick commerce revolution, yeah, over the last couple of years, maybe. So breaking this down into two parts. One is, how has this rise in e-commerce shaped consumer expectations in the recent past, and secondly, how has it shaped retail strategy as well? So these are the two parts of this. So this time I'll start with you, Abhishek. So what do you think about these two aspects, which are a consequence of the rise of e-commerce?
Yes. So the first part, the customer expectations. So I think with e-commerce, the expectation of getting things quicker and also having a lot of variety is what customers now focus on, because they are getting everything at a single click. They don't have to go to a store. Everything what they have, they can access right there, and still they can get it faster without going, and then they can have multiple products available. So I think this, uh, what it did was it not only enhanced e-commerce sales, but also it kind of shifted the offline retailers like us to see how these kind of customers can be more suitable for us. For example, a customer who previously used to go to an offline store and had that experience of buying a product. Now, what we are doing is that we are seeing the online trend of these customers, what these kind of customers want, what they're looking at, and it's helping us actually devise a better experience for them in store by seeing what kind of products they are looking for. It's helping us reduce our dead stock. It's giving us more data points, and so this customer expectation, even though it has changed, but still, it has the retail offline retail is there to grow, and e-commerce is actually helping the offline retail as well. And overall, the customer spend has increased. Both, if we take it together. For example, if we say that maybe there were 100 rupees spent in offline retail, but with e-commerce, if e-commerce is taking a pocket share of maybe 20%, then we are not saying that offline retail has reduced to 80. We are saying that overall basket size have increased to 200, and then maybe it's taking 20% shares being taken by e-commerce. So the overall expectation has changed, but still offline retail has actually grown with it. So expectation has changed. Like I said, they want different products quicker, and that's why offline has also grown in that sense. We have multiple brands are opening more stores. The store formats have changed. We are not just opening bigger stores at a single location, but also some stores which are like destination stores, and also some stores which are near to the customer. So the customer still have those products accessible, but if the customer needs that kind of an experience or wants a bigger variety, larger variety, the customer can go to the destination store. And also offline stores are now having their own channels where we have communication strategy with the customer, how we can help them buy the same products online, and how the online customers can come and take it offline. So both the strategies, I think, are now going hand in hand and together. So the customer experience, although have changed, but still I think uh, the offline retailers have also modify their strategies according to the online when the after the e-commerce have come in. So yeah.
Hmm. Fair. Thank you, Abhishek, for that. So Puneet, again, same
Yes,
question.
yes,
Shall
I
I
want to,
take the
yes, I
question
want
for
to
you
add,
or?
yes, yes, I want to add two, three things in Abhishek's contribution. Thanks, Abhishek. So the very one thing is this comparison become easy for all the consumer, right? So they don't have the fear that are they buying at the right price or the right product or the right place. So they don't have the fear as of now. So now the comparison become easy. It's not like that I'll be visiting a retailer and whatever retailer will show, I have to believe that these are the only options available. So now that is not the case with e-commerce. So comparison become very easy, and less time saving, it's already there. Quick delivery, it's already there. One thing which is impacting retail very badly, that is reviews and the hassle free return, right? So in e-commerce, you need not to worry about your returns, right? So e-commerce organization, the portals already have cracked that thing. And the last point is no geographical barrier. So that is again the point. There is no geographical barrier. You are sitting at Pune, you are sitting in Bangalore, you are doing something, you are preparing something, and you can deliver it in Mumbai, right? So that is something retail is struggling somewhere, so that they need to crack on. But comparison is something, and the visibility, the availability, the awareness. So a lot of awareness come at consumer level because of this e-commerce rise. So that is there. Like if I'm going to Bangalore and if I have to look for the hotels, right? So immediately I can compare. Otherwise, so I'm not aware that what are the hotel options available in Bangalore or maybe or whatever it is. If I'm booking an Ola, right, cab, so I can compare those prices and I can book accordingly, right? And one more thing which is very evident in customer behavior is customer is building a product of their need in retail, right? So initially they'll shift to retail, they'll use that product, and if the product is repetitive in nature, then they shift their buying from the e-commerce, right? Because it is repetition in nature, trust is already there, trial already is been done. So they buy from the retail, they build the trust, and they shift it to this e-commerce. This is what is happening, where the repetition is required. Yes.
No, got it, Puneet. Yeah, exactly. I mean, a lot of people also say that for initiating trial, retail is extremely
Yes.
important, right? Once people have experienced it once and if they like it, then they don't really mind buying it online as well because they know that
Yes.
the
Yes.
product
Yes.
is
Yes.
right.
Yes.
So, no, that's for sure. So interesting. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much in sync with what we hear as well from leadership across as well. Uh, Having said that, what is the role that you think social media has to play in shaping consumer trends and driving retail sales as well? So specifically social media to retail, not social media to e-commerce, which I think is very direct. I mean, there is even terms called social commerce, etc. these days. So, and also in this aspect, are there any loyalty programs evolving to meet the needs of modern consumers as well, or no? What do you think about this? So this time I'll start with you, Puneet. What do you think about this?
Okay, so as far as social media is concerned, so for me, social media plays two role. One is the visibility because availability social media cannot control. One is the visibility awareness, and the second one is suggestion, right? So all the content which are available in social media and all the companies, those who are putting their ads in social media, these are just suggesting. So they are just giving the suggestion, right? So this is how we influence the consumer, and this is how we are utilizing the social media. When it comes to loyalty program, I think organization need to work a lot on loyalty program because nowadays, so if you look for an industry, so you'll be seeing the same kind of loyalty program for across the organization, across the companies. So if I'm representing a baby care brand and if I'm having four competitors, so majority all the companies will be having similar kind of loyalty program, and I think it's not appealing to the modern customer because customer expecting the instant discount, right? Rather than that, I'll be your customer, I will not be your loyal customer, I'll be your customer. This is what the tendency of a customer. This is us who need to decide, who need to strategize that how we can make this customer as a loyal customer. What is loyalty? Like if I'm representing a baby care brand and I deals into 0 to 3 year baby product, so when the baby born, so that customer should be with us for next 3 years, right? If that customer is coming to me for next 3 years, that customer will be my loyal customer, right? So why customer will be with me for next 3 years? Not just because of the loyalty, because retail is all about experience. So I think organization need to work a lot when it comes to loyalty because it's not appealing and for the modern customer. This is what my submission is. Customer will not be interested that you will be giving 1 point on 100 rupees. I'll be getting 100 points and you will be reimbursing in the next purchase. So this is just not appealing to the customers. So we have cases where customer is having 1,000 points or 2,000 points. They're not coming for redemption. They have 5,000 rupees in their bucket. They're not coming for
Got it.
redemption. So loyalty is something. It's not like that you buy for 2,000 rupees, then we'll give you 500 rupees the discount. It's a sales strategy.
Yeah,
It's not a loyalty strategy.
yeah,
So
yeah,
companies are looking for their interest rather than keeping in mind that I need to make this customer as a loyal customer. So let
yeah.
me get some profit on each and every transaction, right? Company want to make money, profit on each transaction. So then loyalty will not come into the picture.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, absolutely. So what you're trying to say is that because of loyalty programs, the consumer's buying behavior cannot really be influenced unless the product is good
Can
by
be
itself.
influenced. Again, it depends that what sort of loyalty program you're running can be, but still a lot of work has to be done.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree with you. See, the thing is, let's say I have 100 points in some retail chain, for example, right, which can translate to 100 rupees. But if I don't have a need to go there and buy some product, I won't go, right?
Yes,
I hear you
100%.
completely. Yeah,
100%. 100%. And you will not buy because of those 100 points. there should be a need.
Correct. Exactly.
There should be a need. Yes.
Yeah, no, fair. Thanks for that, Puneet. So, Abhishek, what is your opinion about this? So, two things again, right?
Right.
Social media shaping consumer behavior, and is there any uh, value addition through loyalty programs? If yes, how do you think it should be structured?
So basically, one of the key roles that social media has played, I think, would be uh, in targeted advertising. Basically, what I feel is that social media has allowed very targeted advertisement using user demographics, their interests, and their behaviors, which has led to more effective marketing strategies. Previously, the advertisements which were there had social media not been there. It would be a similar advertisement going across the demographics, whereas now it is very targeted, which has played a key role. Also, in social media, what we have seen is that there's a key role in trend amplification. Whenever there's a new trendy product which is going to get launched, you would see that there are many influencers and brands creating viral content. And that has led to increased demand for those specific products. So whenever there are new launches, which are high value premium items, you would see the social media, I think, has played a very big role in that, in that sphere. Apart from this, I would also say that one more thing is that now social media is not just a creating of advertisement from the brand side, but also from user side. The users are also, these customers are also sharing their experiences and reviews. And these reviews and experiences in turn leads to their peers being influenced. And these are influencing them, and these are actually creating more authentic endorsements that drive sales. And when someone who I know is endorsing something and sharing positive feedback, I think that is a bigger motivator for me than seeing it from a brand side, which I inherently believe that brand is promoting themselves, which they would always do. So these things I think have led to, and also one last thing I would say, social media has also helped bring closer the brand closer to the customer. One customer can give real-time feedback. Right now, if you're launching something at an instant, you can get the feedback also from the consumer, whether that advertisement is actually giving returns or not. Previously, that was not being captured in real time. We used to wait for a long time to see what's the result of those advertisements. But now that is in real time, and this feedback actually helps brand modify the advertisements, see if they want to do something else, maybe modify the content or the demographics or something of that sort. I think that is the key according to me. What
Yeah.
social media
No,
does.
I think real-time feedback of social media, even digital for that matter, I think is extremely useful. There's no question about it. But don't you think there is a lot of clutter to it? Like, for example, there are so many clickbaits, right, online that we see. Just because somebody
Right,
clicked on it doesn't mean that they genuinely were interested in it, and because of that they clicked it.
right.
So I think people have found a way of cluttering that also somehow. There's a lot of noise. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
But so as a consumer, I think yes, that definitely happens. We are getting into it. We click somewhere. We tend to go somewhere else. So these things are happening. But see, as a brand, still social media role is maybe yes, getting those clicks. But then the brand also has to use the data-driven strategy that see where and how long has the customer then engaged after those
Mm.
clicks. Has it
Mm.
led pros to the cart or not? What has they done with that click after? Has it stayed? How much time has it spent? So these I think additional data points apart from clicks can help the brands. But overall, yeah, I think social media I would say has played a very big role, and more or less not just for big brands, but also for the startups and upcoming
Yeah.
brands.
Hello. Yeah. No, I hear you. I think apart from clicks, the engagement duration also matters. But again, cleverly, if the click opens a new window, you won't even be aware that there is a new window, right?
Correct.
It will be on for
In
a
the
very
in the
long time
background,
until you
yeah.
turn off the browser or something.
Right.
And at the back end, the advertiser would be very happy, thinking, "Oh my God, he has spent so much time, on my screen."
Correct.
So, but yeah, I mean, no, but,
Yeah.
but but yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right in the sense that at least digital is BTL, it's not ATL, right? If I put up a hoarding on the highway, or if I do some other form of ATL marketing, even TV for that matter, you don't really have visibility into how much of your PG you were able to impress upon, right? So
Correct.
I think that benefit is very
Yeah.
evident.
It's very targeted now.
Yeah, it's very focused, very targeted, of course. So, what are the most impactful tech advancements which are currently shaping the future of retail industry, according to you, Abhishek? I'll start with
Okay.
you first, and then go to Puneet for
Sure.
next.
So I would say right now, I think AI, artificial intelligence, is something which is which is like which has been there across all the industries. So even in retail, I think AI is playing a key role, be it for personalized recommendations or maybe the customer service chatbots that we have, maybe when we do online sales, and also in inventory management and improving the efficiency. So AI is kind of helping us to do what we were previously doing, but faster and in a more better way. And that is what is enhancing the customer experience also. Then the right inventory is at the right place, the efficiency of the overall supply chain is increased. So these things, I think artificial intelligence is one of the key technological advancements according to what has taken place. Apart from it, we have already seen that e-commerce and mobile shopping has now come up of age. We are seeing that how customers' behavior has changed and they are now browsing products very fast, switching different apps. So these mobile apps, apart from the all previously online websites, but then now these apps I think are the more trendy ones. We purchase products. We and this is enhancing the convenience and accessibility. And then now some in the ecosystem, even the payment have played a big role. So I would say that these contactless payment methods which have been there, like mobile wallets and this NFC technology. So these technologies also help customer because now money is not in hard cash in your pockets. It's available to you at a single click. UPI, this contactless payments, that has increased the customer shopping. Now they don't have to wait, they don't have to get cash. Everything is faster and quicker. So this whole ecosystem driven by data, AR, augmented reality, virtual reality programs, AI now helping in all these and this shopping websites. Overall, I think this has changed the way retail industry is today.
Yeah, no, fair, fair. Thanks for giving specific examples as to in what ways think AI has and will change the future of retail experience. Puneet, what do you think would be the biggest
I
technology?
completely, yes, I completely
Yeah,
buy Abhishek's point that integration of AI is something which is disrupting the market. And yes, when it comes to retail, so e-commerce platform, they already have cracked this, but like social media is completely integrated with AI. So the organization has to understand the importance and the benefit and the usage of AI, how we technology is there, how we will be utilizing that is again depend on us. Are we utilizing the technology in full? So that is again a question mark when it comes to the retail, when it comes to the Indian retail, right? So being an organization, so I'm an organization who is having 150 more than 150 store. For me, it is like that we are not utilizing technology as a full, right? So for like us, there will be multiple brand, there will be multiple organization. Those are not utilizing the tech. So lot of awareness. Again, my point is lot of awareness, lot of program has to be done for these retail organizations so that they can utilize. And for me, it's not about customer, it's about understanding the customer behavior which AI is working on, right? So I'm buying a product. Why am I buying this product? Which brand I'm buying? Which size I'm taking? So each and everything AI is tracking, and on the basis of that, we are getting suggestion, and the journey goes on. So this is what is happening unconsciously, consciously with the consumer, which they are not able to understand. But yes, it is happening with the help of AI. And this is how organizations are utilizing this technology. But again, my point is a lot of program, a lot of webinar, or a lot of awareness is required when it comes to retail in Indian retail on this AI, so that organization can utilize this technology the way they should be used.
yeah. So last but not the least, right? I think both of you have already touched upon automation and AI, etc. And as both of you called out, the level of integration that AI has already seen with e-commerce or with social commerce uh, cannot even be compared with where it is in retail per se, in offline, right? That doesn't mean just because offline is offline, there is no role for automation and AI. So as far as retail workforce is concerned, there is everybody is saying that there is a big threat to the retail workforce because of automation and AI, particularly. Will there be a need for a retail workforce itself in the future, or is there going to be a different role because of the evolution of automation and AI? What are your thoughts on this? And Puneet, how are you training your workforce particularly to be
Uh,
future ready and AI ready?
I partially agree with your point because still in India, people used to interact with people, right? So the experience which you're getting from machine and the experience which you're getting from the human, it's altogether a very different experience, right? Personalized experience cannot be come from machine, that can be come from the human only. So this is what my learning and the experiences. The biggest mistake which the retail industry is doing and majority of the organizations are doing, It's not about the training. It's about having the best people at the place, right? So let's not go for the broad or the big picture. Like I'm having 150 store, let's pick up one store only. So there is a store manager, there are 2, 3 staff, right? So it's the responsibility of that store manager that he should have the best people in the store. Forget the organization. Forget the organization. He cannot handle the organization, but he can handle and he can take care of his or her store. So the best of the people should be there at his or her store. This is what is something which is required, right? So retail is all about experience. So there is no second thought. So what a customer is getting apart from the quick delivery or the discounts and all, they are getting the experience on e-commerce, which they are not getting in majority of the retail organization. So the definition of experience should be defined, properly defined by the brand, that what sort of experience we want to give to our customer, right? So that customer should not come to us for the product, customer should come for the experience. So today morning only I was discussing with one of my fellow team member, and he was like that I was in Hyderabad and I was looking for veg food. Then I went to Santosh Dhaba. It's a well renowned chain in Hyderabad for veg food, right? So his experience is like that. Wherever I will go, I'll be getting the same treatment, same food, same taste everywhere in all the Santosh Dhaba. This is what is something which is required in retail for India, right? So this is
Yeah.
how, yes, this is what from my submission is.
Yeah. No, absolutely agree. So again, you seem to be
So for me, there
suggesting.
is no threat for retail manpower or the retail fraternity. So this is what my submission is. The only point is we should have the right people, right treatment, right training, right motivation, right encouragement, and these people can do wonders. Yes. So
Got it. So, Puneet, that's what I think. Summarily, what I hear you suggesting is that reorient retail workforce more towards delivering an experience rather than just pushy sales behavior,
yes, yes.
right? Because, as you said, once they get hooked to the product, they will buy it from anywhere, e-commerce, wherever it is, right? They will,
Because
that
Bala,
is how.
nowadays customer is not coming just to buy the product. Customer is
Hmm.
coming with a comparison.
Yeah.
Customer already have explored. Now he or she is coming to you for your perspective, right? So awareness and knowledge is already there. It's not that
Hmm.
10, 20 years before Wala market. It's not like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well heard, Puneet. Thank you for that. Abhishek, yeah, how do you think the retail workforce is going to be impacted because of the evolution of automation and AI, positive, negative, neutral, different?
Right. So I would second Puneet basically in this. So like he has rightly mentioned some key points. So I would also like to say similarly that see what will happen is that the roles will shift once AI and automation will come in, like we have seen in the past, when technology comes in, it we need not to be afraid. Roles will only shift, it will not be finished. Now the routine repetitive tasks which are there will be automated, such as the checkout of a customer. This will be automated, but there will be a shift in workforce roles towards more complex and value-added activities, which will be more towards like customer service, sales, and strategy. So these things I think will take a forefront, and repetitive tasks will be done by technology by AI. Also, like we'll have to focus then on our workforce upskilling and reskilling maybe them so that they can adapt to this technology. Because in future, there'll be an integration and collaboration with technology. Like we'll have to work hand in hand with these automation and AI. So the workforce also has to be trained that they can work along with those tools and how they can enhance themselves and which are the core areas that the human being will focus on and which are the repetitive and tasks that could be automated and which we can maybe then make maybe the AI or the robotics do. Similarly, basis this, what will happen is that there will be more focus on customer experience again. So now experience matters. So the task force will not be busy with the repetitive tasks, which are mundane tasks, but they'll be focusing, interacting with the customers and helping them enhance their experience so that they can basically uh, have a better experience and better feeling once they leave the store. I think
One more
that will
point I
be
want to add in Abhishek's discussion,
Yeah.
right? So there are cases, Abhishek will understand this point, and you also will understand this point. There is a store which is not performing. So what we do, we just change the store manager or maybe the sales staff, right? And all of a sudden that store starts performing. What changed? Everything is same. Inventory is same, location is same, everything is same. Only the person change, right? So this is what organization have to think. And this e-commerce like Amazon is giving service to around 20,000 pin codes of India, right? So India
Yeah.
is not only 20-25 cities. So what we see only Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, or maybe Kolkata, maybe Hyderabad, maybe Pune, maybe Mumbai. So India is not only 20-25 cities. Still, a lot of awareness is required when it comes to tier 3, tier 2 cities, or maybe the rural area. So people are using just a part of tech, not the tech. So we
Mm.
think that we are tech savvy, but it's not like that. People are using just a part of tech, right? So a lot of scope is there in India for retail. So organization has to understood consciously they have to take decision. So they need to update themselves. So that is very important, right? So market is not like just as I said 10-15 years before. Market is completely changed, right? So this is what my submission to your question is.
Great. All right. That brings us to the end of this brilliant session. Thank you so much, Puneet and Abhishek, for your sharp points, concise and clear outlook about how uh, retail is today and how it's going to evolve in the future and what could be the impact of technology on the same. Thank you so much once again for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us for this discussion today.
Chali,
Really
ठीक है.
great.
Thanks a lot, Abhishek. This was great learning with you. Chali, ठीक है. Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot, guys. Thanks for inviting.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank
great
Thank
day.
you. Bye bye.
you.
And all the very best to both of you.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot.